Happy Easter. It's a mitzvah, number 45. Not to be afraid of killing the false prophet. Deuteronomy 18:22. Not to swear in the name of an idol. Exodus 23:13. Not to perform OV, in parentheses, medium. Levi 19:31. Not to perform Yidonai, in parentheses, magical seer, Levi 19:31. Not to pass your children through fire to Molech, Levi 18:21. Not to erect a column in a public place of worship, Deuteronomy 16:22. Not to bow down a smooth stone, Levi 26:1. Not to plant a tree in the temple courtyard, Deuteronomy 16:21. To destroy idols and their accessories, Deuteronomy 12:2. Not to derive benefit from idols and accessories, Deuteronomy 12:6. Not to derive benefit from ornaments of idols, Deuteronomy 7:25. Not to make a covenant with idolaters, Deuteronomy 7:2. Not to show favor to them, Deuteronomy 7:2. Not to let them dwell in our land, Exodus 23:3. Not to imitate them in customs and clothing, Leviticus 20:23. Not to be superstitious, Levi 19:26. Not to go into a trance to foresee events, Deuteronomy 18:10. Not to engage in astrology, Levi 19:26. Not to mutter incantations, Deuteronomy 18:11. Not to attempt to engage the dead in conversation, Deuteronomy 18:11. Not to counsel the OV, medium. Don't give the medium advice, I guess. Deuteronomy 18:11. Not to counsel the Yidonai, magical seer, Deuteronomy 18:11. Not to perform acts of magic, Deuteronomy 18:10. Men must not shave the hair off the sides of their head, Levi 19:27. Men must not shave their beards with a razor, Levi 19:27. Men must not wear women's clothing, Deuteronomy 22:5. Women must not wear men's clothing, Deuteronomy 22:5. Not to tattoo the skin, Levi 19:28. Not to tear the skin in mourning, mourning, Deuteronomy 14:1. Not to make a bald spot in mourning, Deuteronomy 14:1. To repent and confess wrongdoings, Numbers 5:7. To say the Shema twice daily, Deuteronomy 6:7. To serve the Almighty with prayer daily, Exodus 23:25. The Kohanim, I think that stands for high priest, must bless the Jewish nation daily, Numbers 6:23. To wear the teraphim on the head, Deuteronomy 6:8. To bind the teraphim on the arm, Deuteronomy 6:8. To put a mezuzah on each doorpost, Deuteronomy 6:9. To write a Sefer Torah, Deuteronomy 13:19. The king must have a separate Sefer Torah for himself, Deuteronomy 17:18. To have the tzitzits on four corners of the garment, Numbers 15:38. To bless the Almighty after eating, Deuteronomy 8:10. To circumcise males 8th day after birth, Levi 12:3. To rest on the seventh day. To rest on the seventh day, Exodus 23:12. Not to do prohibited labor on the seventh day, Exodus 20:10. The court must not inflict punishment on Shabbat, Exodus 35:3. Not to walk more than 2,000 cubits outside the city boundary on Shabbat, Exodus 16:79 or 29. To sanctify the day with Kiddush and Haudaban, Exodus 28. I'm sorry about the Hebrew. That's what I copied.